Hello, dear friends. The greatest inspiration I receive from gratitude makes selfless service something to be desired, says Poet Dog. Opinion piece. Tartary revealed. Queens of Fire. Lemurian Codes. Protected Bubble. Starseeds in Trouble. First phase of change. Second phase in March 2026. The Ring of Fire is awakening. Tectonic shift in consciousness. Everything is about to shake up. Welcome to the age of abundance. Let's start. Russia revealed the archives of Tartary. Spanning several continents, Tartary was home to millions of people who lived in harmony, fostering a self-sufficient culture rooted in spiritual and moral virtues. They felt a deep reverence for their ancestors, justice, family ties, and their homeland. The narrative of world history is like a giant jigsaw puzzle, and Tartary is a missing piece. The Tatars were an imposing race, tall, red-haired, fair-skinned, and with captivating blue, green, or grey eyes. These Slavic Aryans and Russians possessed a fascinating juxtaposition of characteristics. They were kind and warm in times of peace, but brave and ruthless in battle. In times of victory, they were just and compassionate. In adversity, they stood firm. Their indomitable spirit stemmed from their determination to protect their homeland and uphold the moral purity and faith of their ancestors, which made them almost invisible. Lemuria. The forbidden codes of Lemuria are energy patterns or frequencies associated with an ancient Lemurian civilization, which were supposedly hidden in the memory of the soul, the body, and the earth, and which are now being reactivated as a process of a spiritual awakening. These codes are not written knowledge, but rather fire codes transmitted through voice, presence, touch, and ritual, acting as living maps of spiritual memory. They are presented as a form of coded memory that is not studied, but rather remembered and felt, reordering the nervous system, intuition, and the perception of other lives or timelines. When Lemuria fell, these codes weren't lost, but rather dispersed beneath the waves, into the earth, into crystals, and into the blood of certain human lineages, especially female ones, descended from the Fire Queens. They are forbidden because they are not part of official history or institutional religions, and because they imply a type of inner power that was supposedly suppressed by later systems of spiritual control. The Lemurian codes are vibrational templates that help us remember unity, love, sovereignty, and the masculine-feminine balance, dissolving patterns of trauma and separation. Their activation manifests as hypersensitivity, vivid dreams, déjà vu experiences in sacred places, intense emotions without cause, or a strong calling to the spiritual and to healing. Starseeds. According to Michael Daggerville, starseeds may have a difficult time adapting to Earth. Starseed is an extraterrestrial who dies on their home planet and is reborn here to help with the rescue mission. Often, starseeds are compelled to become experts in natural medicine to survive on this planet. They practice stillness meditation, a whole food vegan diet, and visualization techniques. Generation Zeta, born from 2002 onward, are starseeds because they come from planets with a lifespan of 200 to 400 years. They can adapt much better to Earth than starseeds from planets with a lifespan of 10,000 years. The higher one's technological advancement, spiritual abilities, and longevity, the more difficult it is to adapt here on Earth. However, beings with more than 20,000 years of life become ascended masters and adapt to Earth more easily thanks to their superpowers. The Arcturians, who appear Chinese and have a lifespan of 30,000 years, are ascended masters and adapt to Earth much more easily than a higher level starseed. Higher level starseeds possess advanced scientific abilities, as well as skills in philosophy, medicine, spirituality, healing, and much more. 70% of the coalition of worlds is human, and the other 40% is composed of reptilians, dragons, insectoids, and many other non-human species. Hydrants resemble black Africans and live 500 years. Pleiadians live 700 years. Syrians live 5,000 years and appear European. Arcturians appear Asian. They live for about 30,000 years. Humans in plural, initially formed in the bigger star system and evolved from primates to reach a high level of consciousness 7 million years ago. About 6 million years ago, they developed space-based technologies and established human colonies throughout the galaxy. About 4 million years ago, a coalition of human planets formed to combat negative aliens. Earth was colonized 2 million years ago by a civilization called Hibernia, where one could live up to 5,000 years. This civilization was destroyed by reptiles 1 million years BC. The Federation returned 900,000 years BC, establishing Lemuria and Atlantis, until they were destroyed around 10 to 15,000 BC. The coalition of worlds will hold all nuclear weapons on this planet and is offering protection to countries that seek it. Galactics are circling Earth in their spaceships, demanding disclosure about themselves, and desire a new government based on national sovereignty. It is crucial that Earth join the Federation, or we could be destroyed by regressive beings. Protection. Negative polarity entities expelled from the solar system by a powerful energy bubble. Dr. Clements shares details about the arrival of enormous ships in our solar system. These ships of advanced races are not mere observers. They are creating a protective energy bubble around our entire solar system. This is not a defensive shield, but a sophisticated energy modulator. Its purpose is to prepare our sun for an energetic ignition that will positively affect all planets. This environment is designed to usher in a new era, expelling negative energies and entities incompatible with the ascending frequency. He explains that similar changes are occurring in the Earth's core. This process is catalyzing fundamental changes that will extend to all aspects of our world. These internal and external transformations are interconnected and work together to uplift our entire cosmic neighborhood. Dr. Clements emphasizes that we are experiencing an evolutionary transition to a higher state and a new golden age. Reset News. The Great Awakening is a global storm, and we are all in this together, according to Wendler-Ruschka. Every people feels the call. By our side is the coalition clearing away the shadows so we can walk toward the light. That is why we are seeing synchronized collapses from all centers of power. Welcome to the age of abundance. The lights have just come on in the cockroach model, according to 589 Bull. According to Julian Assange, GSARA signature packets were sent to 184 national leaders. They have 84 hours to endorse them or face removal from office. The QFS backbone has just conducted its first public stress test. $47 billion in duplicate Vatican accounts vanished from the ledger and reappeared as asset-backed humanitarian funds. According to Assange, the array of quantum crystals used by the Orion priests to rewrite the timeline was destroyed by a 9th density pulse weapon. The shockwave registered as a 5.4 magnitude earthquake in Yucatan. At the same time, Joint Special Forces destroyed the last cloning facility beneath Mount Hermon. The fire burnt blue for 70 minutes. Locals call it a divine sign, and they are not wrong. The Space Force shot down 4 airships with cannons over the Labrador Sea. The Cabal tried to burn the boat and lost its own hand. The dark side activated its last resort, Project Black Sky, a coordinated cascade of electromagnetic pulses from 4 stealth airships to simulate a Chinese attack. According to Julian Assange, the Forces of Light have closed a network of Antarctic portals, parasiticized by the Brill virus beneath the Ross ice shelf, right on the celebrity production facility under Pine Gap, Australia. The fake alien invasion scheduled for December 4th has been called off. 3 lenticular protection satellites were deorbited over the Indian Ocean. The old system of death bondage is losing its last digital breath. The QFS has just cited dark Vatican funds that refers it as humanitarian accounts in 117 countries. The outcry in the city of London was here from orbit. This system was called the Living Trust, created at the moment of your birth. Your name became a tradable asset in global markets without your consent. The QFS changes that forever. It records every stolen income, every hidden bonus, every artificial debt imposed on your legal fiction. These are not gifts. They are repayments for decades of illegal transaction and generational extraction. But truth remains. You were never poor. Your value was hidden, and now it's being returned to you. You won't hear this in the media, and the banks can't confirm what's beyond their control. Let's give thanks after Thanksgiving. We have much to be thankful for and much to prepare for, because the battle between good and evil is still on. Transition. According to Ariel, a bifurcated transition begins, starting with the 2017 declassification cascades. The first phase of this transition will unfold from December 2025 to February 2026. The second phase will begin in March 2026 with the implementation of a Sovereign Restoration Act. The population faces periods of stability and digital asset quarantines to rebuild society from the ashes of the cabal and rescue the real money that kept humankind in a cage for at least a century. Disclosure isn't about UFOs or little green men. It's the unredacted truth about who sold your birthright. It's the restoration of the contract we were born into, the one they try to erase with endless wars and fiduciary lies. Under a sky free of surveillance and chemtrails, humanity stands unchained because liberation is reclaimed with truth and with the thunder of the people remembering their identity. Revelation. The shock event will affect you differently according to Nordica. Fear will leave the ordinary breathless and short-circuit everything they thought was stable. Everything is about to shake. They will gasp. You will inhale. They will freeze. You will anchor yourself, because while they watch their wild theta, you are following the tectonic shift of human consciousness. The same people who ignored you, who mocked your dreams, will come. They will whisper in the middle of the night, like children waking from a nightmare. Waking up from a nightmare, And you can lead not because you are better, but because you trained for this. Your years of confusion and loneliness were not a punishment, but a preparation. That is why you came here. Whatever shakes the world will reveal you. The version of you that was always waiting beneath the noise, beneath the fear, beneath the life you overcame. The moment everything trembles is the moment your true self emerges. So breathe, center yourself, and enjoy the stillness, because this is the moment the world begins to see what you already knew. The storm was sent to strip away the veil, and those who have walked through the fire in silence will now be seen as the guardians of the lighthouse. It's time, legend. No more hiding. Lead with your frequency. Instability. The ring of fire is awakening. 5 eruptions in 24 hours. In the last 72 hours, the Earth has changed. A magnitude 6 earthquake in Alaska, another of 6.6 in Indonesia, and 5 major volcanoes have erupted. Over the past month, earthquakes exceeding magnitude 7 have been recorded. The most unstable Earth in modern history. The planet is breaking patterns we thought impossible with equatorial typhoons, circular auroras, meteor storms, volcanic pyroclastic flows, infrastructure collapse, and awakened magnetic field. A strange fungus is taking over spiders worldwide. Scientists say humans are not at risk. Are implants being inserted into humans without their knowledge? Baltor posted again. What is coded in your DNA? Who put it there? Why? Humanity is repressed. We will no longer be repressed. Information is knowledge. Knowledge is power. Information is power. How do you protect your DNA? There is a war for your DNA. Protect your DNA. Ascension. And that's all for today. Thanks a lot, dear friends.